Okay.
Okay, we're now ready.
Oh, yeah, welcome to the Dwellers podcast. Let's talk
The
about sports
basement
again.
drillers? The
Basement,
basement drillers?
the basement dwellers.
Okay, I was gonna say, at least you can be right with that.
The basement
Oh,
dwellers. That's what I meant to say. Uh,
Mr. Mike, do you have any sports news? Because I got a
yeah,
bunch of funny crap.
yeah. I heard a team lost to another team today.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the Chiefs finally lost.
There it is. That's what I heard. That was news to me. I didn't know that. Instead of watching the game, I recorded it like I had planned to watch it, but I fell asleep instead. So it's good news. It's good news to hear that
Yeah.
they lost. I'll watch the highlights later. The Vikings won. The Packers won, which sucks because screw the Packers. And
The Lions destroyed Jacksonville
yes.
52 to 6.
Jacksonville should have stopped them, but they didn't.
Yeah.
I got I got David Montgomery in like three of my leagues. I got Gibbs in a couple of my leagues. So no Sun God for me. He went off.
No.
124 yards and two touchdowns, I think it was. I don't know how many receptions.
Yeah.
But he went off. He went crazy. David Montgomery got me two touchdowns. Jameer Gibbs, touchdown. Jameson Williams, who was riding my bench, got like 100 yards on a touchdown or something like that. They're just a crazy day. I should have, good day to pick all Lions. Even Jared Goff, how many touchdowns he throw? Four or five? Something like that?
Yeah.
For over 400 yards. Woo! Woo!
Yeah, he was on the guys team I played against last week. So thank God I didn't play him this week because I don't want to lose in that league.
Yeah.
I'm undefeated.
Oof. Oh, you're undefeated? Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm undefeated. I'm in 3 leagues. I've been defeated once in one league. Thank you, Jared Goff. But in the league that I wanted to stay undefeated in, I'm still undefeated in because I
Wow.
played against him last week.
Damn, son. Because he did not do well the last couple weeks, Jared Goff.
No,
Because he honestly hasn't needed to, just because the team's been so dominant. It's just like, yeah, we don't need to pass. We'll just run it down your throats and uh, have
yeah.
the clock come
In
down.
other sports news, the Minnesota Timberwolves can't buy buckets or fouls at all, so they keep losing. And the Minnesota Wild are the best team in the NHL.
What?
Yep. So Minnesota sports were either at the bottom or at the top.
That's funny. Oh my god. Yeah, that's surprising. That the Wild are actually doing well. I mean, they usually do okay enough to squeak into the playoffs and then lose in the first round.
No, they
But
are on fire right now.
yeah, I know they fired their coach last season
Yeah,
in the middle of the season, and
yeah,
then they started doing good.
yeah, new coach, new lines. We got new lines.
Okay.
We're really good.
Oh, that's
Being past 30 games in the season, we're really good.
oh, what's their record?
Um, right now, I don't know the exact record, but we're 8 points ahead of second place.
Oh wow. Well,
So I mean,
well, well, well.
in the NHL, they go by goals scored and as well as record.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The more goals you have, the better it
Yeah, so
is.
we're second place by record, but we're first place by number of goals scored and number of goals saved.
Oh, here, let me check
So
this quick.
we have
NHL
like,
standings.
yeah, we have one of the lowest amount of penalty times as well.
Oh wow.
Like we're like number 2 or number 3 there, but
Let's see.
so we're playing smart hockey.
We are 17. Oh, sorry, 11, 3, and uh, all our losses are from overtime losses.
Yep, we've
Holy
only we've
crap!
only lost in overtime.
Wow. We're behind the Jets. I didn't even know the Jets was a team in hockey. We're 15
We're
and 3.
behind them on win loss ratio, but not on the points. So if it comes to the end of the season and we're ahead on points, we get home ice.
It says we're behind them by 5 points.
Then they must have went off yesterday.
They have 74 goals GF. I'm sure that's goals for, and we have 57.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so they must have scored at least 5 the other day. Then.
Okay.
Because we were up by 2, and we're off until Tuesday, I believe.
All right.
So they must have scored 5 goals in the last game.
Wow. That's a lot of.
Well, you're still second place. I don't care.
Yeah. Still doing good. Exactly. Anything else for sports? I don't really think so. Got Monday Night Football.
The World Series is coming up in months.
What the heck is the World Series? What?
Like, you don't know what the World Series is?
No, never heard of it.
It's like the World Cup of baseball.
Oh. So we have an America team?
Yeah, oddly though, it's mostly people from other countries.
That makes sense. I mean, MLB, you play for 6 months out of the year. It's just like, why would I want to go?
Well, it's like, so half of our players go play in Cuba. And like,
oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's where they're from, of course. Duh.
Yeah.
Cuba and Venezuela and Dominican Republic or whatever.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to watch. It's going to be played indoors this time. Usually the World Series is at outdoor park in a nicely warm country, but they're going to play it in a dome.
In Canada?
No, I think it's going to be Japan. And I think it's going to be in Japan at the home of the Asian Tigers.
Okay.
I think.
That's fun.
We'll know in a couple days here. I'm sure it'll be on SportsCenter.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I never really got into. I didn't really know that there was a thing every time baseball season ended. It was like, oh, baseball season ended and there's nothing going on else ever. Shows what I know. I guess football's going on, so that's probably why.
Yeah, it's football. It's football season for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone I've talked to about like sports has never mentioned that like ever. So, you're the first person.
Yeah, because everybody's like, oh, the MLB is done, baseball's done, and I'm like, no, baseball's still going on, dude.
Yeah. Well, all right then. I learned something. World Series. Cool.
Yeah.
How long does that last? Like a month?
It starts in like a month, like the tournament. And then I think it's like a month or two long, and then then it happens. They're just announcing, like, the places on the bid are the Dominican Republic, Cuba's got a bid, Brazil's got a bid,
Japan.
In Japan, and then Korea also has a bid for trying to get it to be in their country,
Oh, okay. So this is a big deal, kind of like the Olympics, I guess. It's like, oh, we want to be in our country. We want to be our country. Okay. That's cool. That's fun. All right, cool. And I learned something today. All right.
Yeah.
Is that it for sports? Sounds like it is. It's kind of cool. Let's move on to what else do you guys got?
You have a lot of game news.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 players are getting a bunch of new guns in the game, so they're excited about that.
Like a plasma
Nintendo
rifle?
finally Nintendo announced Black Friday sales. They don't normally do that. That's actually a big thing. Nintendo doesn't put stuff on sale very often in the holidays. Half-Life 2 is getting remastered, so still not a Half-Life 3. What is it?
Half-Life Alexa or something.
Yeah.
Not you. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I thought I heard my name.
Phil Spencer
You
has
misheard.
stated that he doesn't like putting resources into licensed games, so like movie games and stuff like that. GTA Trilogy boss said it was a dick move to remove developers from the game credits, even though he was the one who okayed it. Sam Lake confirmed that Alan Wake 2 is getting another DLC that will connect it to the Control universe. CD Projekt Red owned GOG begins gaming preservation program. So all the people out there who are illegally copying games, well, now you have a developer that's trying to help you.
Cool. I like illegally copying games. It's one of my passions.
Yeah. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 players found out that the Nuketown mannequin glitch is in the game.
The new cow mannequin?
Nuketown. It's a map.
Oh, okay. Nuketown. Yeah, I know that one.
PlayStation's Astrobot players can rejoice because they're going to keep pumping out DLC for the game. It's a fantastic game. If you guys haven't played it, I highly recommend it. Adamfall finally got its release date. It's a March 2025 release. That game looks great. It is a post-apocalyptic RPG, similar to Fallout, but more in the real RPG sense. It's got ex-Guild Wars developers working on it, so that's kind of cool. People are making fun of Sonic for not having a home and being still homeless, even though, he's Sonic the Hedgehog.
He doesn't have a home?
No, Sonic the Hedgehog is technically homeless, dude.
Oh. I guess he doesn't really need a home because he's like running all the time, right?
Yeah, I guess. Forget Zelda. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii lets you play as an ocarina to summon a killer jellyfish.
That comes out in January.
Yep.
I like killer jellyfish.
Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and Doom workers go on strike and protest at Microsoft because they got paid more, but apparently it's still not enough. Stellar Blade is coming to PC in a couple of months. Big wow. And Disney said to be considering a surprising replacement to Bob Iger, the CEO Andrew Wilson from EA. So if Disney wasn't already evil enough, they're about to become more evil.
Wait, say that again? What? What happened with Disney?
So
what?
Bob Iger is on the block to be replaced, which is a good thing for Disney. But the person they're replacing him with is literally video game Satan.
Oh. Who's that?
The CEO of Electronic Arts.
Oh God. Anything from EA is horrible. Look what they did to Madden. Oh. Well,
yeah,
I think
it's not pretty. And Ubisoft is being sued after shutting down the team that made the game The Crew. They apparently were told that they weren't able to do it, and they did it anyway, so they're being sued for a bunch of the money. Sony is closing another studio. They didn't say what name it is, but we'll hear about it soon enough. Probably due to that $200 million loss from that game called Concord. That was absolutely ass. And that's it. That was a quick 10-minute rapid fire of gaming news. And there's going to be more gaming news next week because there's like 5 games coming out. Oh yeah, Tale of the Graces F is being remastered for Nintendo Switch, PS5, and PC. Now we just hope that they do Tales of the Abyss next.
They better.
My second favorite Tales of game.
I can agree there. Tales of the Abyss is my favorite, and Tale of the Graces is my second favorite, and Tales of Symphonia is my third.
Symphonia is my first.
There you go.
I like the one you guys hate the most. That's the one I like the best.
For me, it'd be
I don't hate
Legendia.
any of them. I like Legendia. Like, it's not like the best, but it's not. It's still a good Tales game.
It's just really short.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It is short.
Yeah, it's same issue we're having with.
Okay. We're just having an issue with the OBS. It stopped live streaming, but we're still recording, so we're all good.
It's doing much better than it was yesterday, but
Yeah, it was having some problems for me too, but it kind of worked its way out as I was messing around with it.
So it's not just us.
But that's it. That's it for gaming news for me, man.
All right, so we kind of started the new. We went with the game last time.
I don't think I have anything really of TV news. I did want to say, since we didn't do it last week, just wanted to mention that the iconic horror movie actor Tony Todd passed away last Friday. Friday
Yeah, that's
before
sad.
that.
We lost a good one.
Who was that?
Candyman, Final Destination.
The OG Candyman.
And he was also Candyman in the remake.
I know, but like, I don't care about the remake. It wasn't as good as the original, in my opinion.
It's still the same actor playing as the.
I know. I agree. I know.
This guy.
Okay, I've never seen either of those movies, so.
He made it a horror films. He was a major stars.
Looking to see if he was in anything Ski Nerd would know.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see a lot of TV news, and I looked as well. There's a couple of good movies coming out, though, I heard.
Yeah, you wanted to give a name to the game?
Yeah, so the game we played last week where I guessed the plot of just the movie based on the movie title and actors. I think we should call it. I think we should call it "What the Plot."
Okay, well, what the plot?
What the plot?
Okay, I got
the game.
I got one, Jake. If you don't got one, I got one right now.
What the Plot? The game where I try to guess what the movie's about based off the title and the actors in it. And do I guess right?
You try to guess. Is it guess the plot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
guess the name of the movie.
How about
you gotta guess the name of...
How about we do it this way? You do the how you did it last time, an alternative name for the anime first. Then he gives us he gives his chart synopsis. Then you give him the actual name of the anime, and then see if he changes his plot.
Well, of course I would change my plot because the name is different. I would have to.
Oh, okay. Fine.
I don't know what you did last time, but we'll just do what you did last time.
All right.
Cause I don't want to do it twice.
Humans trapped in a desolate world. Humans trapped in a desolate world where if they die, they lose memories.
Oh Jesus! You're making me work hard.
Then you guess the plot. I guess the name.
Sure.
I already know what it is.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, I know this one was for Mike, Jake.
I know.
Jake, this one's for Mike. I got one for you too. I got one for you.
Can you repeat? Can you repeat that?
Humans trapped in a desolate world where if they die, they lose memories instead of their life.
Oh, okay. So there's like a group of people. There's like 5 people, right? And they're on this world, and they're trying to get off this world. And there's only one way they can do it is by playing, by going on this like jungle gym type thing, and they gotta try to get up it. However, the catch is there's people like shooting at them, and every time like they get shot, they lose their memory of what ways are the good ways and what ways are the bad ways. So there's a lot of hilarity involved in it where they keep going the same way and keep dying. So their strategy is keep one person in the back and have them observe of what's going on and be like, hey, I know you don't know who I am, but don't go in this direction, and you got to go in this direction. But then see the person who is like not going in there, their strategy is like, okay, what we have to do is I'm gonna strap bombs to them every time. So when they die, I'm just gonna have them explode, and so they explode all at the same time. And then the jungle gym like topples over, and they're like, "Oh my god, no!" And there's this whole like secret thing like underneath, and there's like a lab, and they're doing experimentations, and they're all like, and there's a bunch of clones, and they're like, oh man, we gotta rescue our clones, but the clones are evil, and the clones are trying to kill them too, and they're like, oh no, why did we release the clones? And then they gotta escape on a ship, and they get on a ship and escape, and then they have more troubles because they still have trouble remembering things.
Well, that's very wrong. What do you think the name of this is called? What do you think the name is called?
We have dementia destroyers.
No, the game is called the show is called Log Horizon.
Wait, you cut out. Say that again.
All right, the show is called Log Horizon.
Log Horizon.
I already had it ready to go. This.
Yeah. All right. Hey. All right, Mr. Jerv. Mr. Jerv. Here's. I just want you to try to guess the name. Okay.
Okay.
Man struggling in California has identity crisis between jobs while trying to serve the government.
Well, first thing that came to mind, I know it's not it. Banana Fish.
Is this an anime or a real life movie?
I will let you have that one. This is a movie.
Oh.
Movie. I think I saw a review on this. Was it made in the 90s?
I'm not giving any clues.
Okay. So what this movie is about is this guy, he's in his car and his AC's not working and his car like breaks down. And
Let's let him still make the plot, and then I'll guess the name.
Because I'm thinking I know what this movie is.
Ignoring what he is.
So he gets out of his car, he's really pissed off, and he goes to this like gun store. He's like, I need to buy some guns, and he goes gets some guns. It turns out they're Nazis, and he's like, oh my God, you want to destroy the world, and I want to destroy the world too. And he's like, we're not the same. And he's like, are you sure about that? Yep. And he shoots the Nazi, and now the Nazi's dead. And then he goes on a rampage, and he got fired from his job or whatever, and he has like something going on with his wife, and his wife is like not talking to him or whatever, something about the kids and a birthday. I don't know. He wasn't paying attention, and so he goes on this rampage, just going around killing people. He sees one scene where he sees some construction workers, and he's like, wait a minute, you guys are only out here causing disturbances to us normal folk just because you want to get paid more. Oh, this is terrible. How dare you come out here and try to get paid more? That's horrible. I need to shoot you guys up. So
I'm just gonna cut you off there.
And I have no idea.
Yeah, I think
it's supposed to be. What do you think the name of the movie is, Mike?
I don't remember what the name of the movie that I'm thinking of is called. It's like I think it's Michael Douglas is the main character, and I remember the end of the movie where he's on like by a carousel.
No, it's not Michael Douglas.
It's not?
It's
Oh.
the movie is Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh.
So it's Eddie Murphy.
I was thinking the wrong movie. I thought it was a certain movie, and I was like, I'm gonna try to explain the movie like this, and yeah, okay.
Identity crisis man works for the government, stranded in California.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
Can't say I've ever really seen Beverly Hills Cops.
I did see that
Well,
movie.
you should. They're good. You guys should review them. They're hilarious.
Michael Douglas, IMDb. Let me pull up the movie that I thought it was. Because if you said it wasn't made in the 90s, I would have been like, oh, then it's a different movie.
If I would have said, part of me thinks if I would have said it came in the 90s, Jake would have got it. He would have thought about it for a little bit. And then he would have remembered that they just made a new Beverly Hills Cop not too long ago.
Oh.
And, yeah.
If I had seen it,
like really smart like that.
maybe.
What?
If I had seen it, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like, but I got a billion more. I can keep jumping between anime and movies if you guys want, like for next week and going forward.
Yeah.
It just, I was like, oh man. So we're gonna make Mike guess the plot, and Jake guess
the name.
So I'll come up with 2 every week, one for each of you.
Cool.
Mike just joined Psycho on freaking, like, my brain says it's gonna be this, and this.
Hey, movie releases this week, and then we'll get through the 2 main ones, and then Mike can guess the plot of the not main ones.
Maybe it wasn't Mike. No, it had to be.
We have Gladiator 2, starring Connie
I want
Nielsen,
to see that one.
Paul Mescal, and Pedro Pascal. Mike, if you
Denzel Washington.
What? Or yeah.
Denzel Washington is
Yeah. I only did the main 3 that's on IMDb.
Okay, so the movie I thought it was, hold on, dude. The movie I thought it was is called Falling Down. It's an ordinary man frustrated with the various flaws he sees in society begins to psychologically and violently lash out against them.
Mike, if you are free Sunday, the 3 of us can maybe go see it.
See what?
Gladiator 2.
Gladiator?
Yep.
Gladiator.
Yeah,
2.
It depends on how I feel. Like, my medicine has like been like making me like just like fall asleep weirdly the past 2 days. So it depends on like how I feel. But
So we can do like
I would love that.
we
Believe it or
can-
not.
or any day of the week really. I have off. It doesn't have to be Sunday. That's the one day I
Yeah.
usually have off a week.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just telling you, I would
Yep.
love to do it, but it's just like my medicine's been fucking weird recently. But yeah, sure, dude, no problem at all.
Then we have Wicked, which I don't plan on seeing. I know Ski Nerd doesn't.
I was surprised that one of the people was Ariana Grande. I had no idea that was in her. Wait, what was her name? Ariana. I totally messed up her
It's
name.
funny because normally I'll see anything that has Jeff Goldblum in it, just because I always get a Jurassic Park laugh, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But like this is the first time he's in a movie where I'm like, meh, I don't know right now.
Yeah.
I've already had enough Harry Potter in my life to get a Wizard of Oz version of Harry Potter. But I will tell you, the whole rest of my family is super hyped to see it, and I am not going.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Then we have an action crime thriller starring Sylvester Stallone, Josh Wiggins, and Dash Mihawk
Sylvester Stallone.
called
wow.
Armor. What is it about, Skeeter?
Called Armor?
Yeah.
They're obviously traveling in an armored car in the zombie apocalypse, and their armored car breaks down, and they're like, "Oh crap, we have to hold off these horde of zombies in our armored car, while we find I think it was let's say their wheel went out or something, and they need to find a spare wheel, but it's a special kind of wheel, so they understand that in the city that they're in, there's a special car shop that has a specific wheel, so they all have to get out and be like, oh, we're going on this road trip to get our wheel. So there's some shenanigans that happen, and they run into zombies, kill someone dies, blah blah blah. They get the tire, and then something's there, and then they're like, no, we want the tire, no, we want the tires. So this group and this other gang are fighting over the tire, and then they're able to escape somehow, and they get back to the armored car. And now the people that they were fighting before are chasing after them during the zombie apocalypse when they should be working together, but they're not. But they're in this armored car, and now we get to see how the armored car works. There's a bunch of machine guns and guns on the side, and it drops like mines behind them as other cars are chasing them, and there's big explosions, and zombies are dying in the background, and then they all die in the end because their armor sucks.
You're
You literally just described State of Decay 2 the game.
What?
you literally just described the game.
Oh.
And you're
Okay. Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
there's only maybe about 7 words correct in that whole statement.
Like the word "the" and shenanigans.
Now, a father and son working as security guards for an armored truck company encounter a team of would-be robbers while on a bridge. They become trapped and must come up with a plan to escape and ensure their survival.
See, that's what I meant to say, but what I was saying was more like a metaphor for exactly that.
Well, I think you're supposed to be really trying to guess the plot, and not jokingly trying to guess the plot.
I was guessing the plot. I thought it was a zombie movie.
And we won't do it again, but Blitz is now on Apple TV as of Friday. Then we have an animation adventure family fantasy called Flow. What is it about?
Flow. Well, it's about a group of women, and it's about how they're all on the period at the same time, and they gotta, their aunt visits them named Aunt Flo, and she's just like, hey. They're like, hey, there's a zombie apocalypse happening. we gotta get into this armored car we found. and all flow at the same time to keep keeping the cycle, you know. Flow. No, it's probably about a river that's like flowing, and it's like a disaster movie, right? Um, so there's this it's based off there's this dam, and this dam is weakening, and the guy in charge is like, oh, I need to save money, so I won't do any repairs. And one of like the main character, he's like an inspector for dams, and he's just like, oh my god, this dam is gonna uh, uh, collapse on itself, and the river's gonna flow and go into this city that's underneath them. He's like, oh my god, he's calling the mayor, and he's calling all these people, telling all these papers, and he's like, oh my god, this thing is gonna go at any second. And the mayor's like, yeah, right, it's been up there for years. And we find out the mayor's corrupt, obviously, and um, there's like little cracks, and then the dam actually breaks, and but before it breaks, they devise a plan to try. They're like, we can't. There's no way we can repair this in time. We have to try to divert the water. So he has to convince the town, like, hey, this dam is gonna break, and everybody in the town is like, yeah, right, it's not gonna break. And then at the very end, he convinces them, due to love and crap or whatever, and because he falls in love with like the mayor's daughter, and she convinces the mayor like, oh yeah, you gotta save the thing, and then they convince everything, and then they make the water flow to the left, but like half the town is still destroyed, and like half the people die who are stupid and are like, oh yeah, right, it's not gonna happen, and people who live go on to be cannibals.
May I ask, where's the family aspect of the
Wait, there was family in here? Yeah, he
And,
felt the family aspect is he's in love with the mayor's daughter. Oh, and there is a sex scene. There is nudity.
I don't
They're
think
doing
we should do this anymore.
it. Why? I love this.
By the way, it's PG.
Wait, this is PG. Okay, there. Scratch the sex scene.
And that's why we shouldn't be doing this.
Why? You're not having fun? This podcast isn't for kids, or is for kids?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just thinking, like, we'll talk when we're done.
Oh, okay, got it.
Oh, this is the movie.
Oh, it's about a cat.
Yeah.
Cat is a solitary animal, but as its home is devastated by a great flood, he finds refuge on a boat populated by various species and will have to team up with them despite their differences.
Cool.
Yay.
Next one.
Then we have a biography drama rated PG-13 for brief, strong language, starring Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro, Bradley Cooper, Tell Joy.
Joy. Oh, this is the movie where there's these pills called Joy, and they take them and it makes them happy. Um, However, like they're heavily addicted to this drug, and only if you're on this Joy are you deemed like a citizen. And if you're not deemed a citizen, like if you're off your Joy, they come and attack you. And they're not zombies or anything, but they're like, yeah, you need to get out of here. You're a bad person. And obviously that's from a game. But the real plot is everybody's joyful, and there's a man that comes along who plans to steal their joy. And the person who plans to steal their joy is called the Grinch. That's right. This is another Christmas movie, and the Grinch makes his return, and it's actually not him, but his son, it's Grinch Jr. that we learn, and he's mad that his dad isn't fulfilling his promise of destroying Christmas for everyone, and they have to band together and sing songs to defeat the Grinch, and they give him tons of food, and they're like, hey, you need to calm down, stop it with you don't need to blow anything up. You're not gonna blow anything up. We're gonna sing songs and convince you that joy is the best thing in this world. Go Christmas.
How is that a biography?
Oh, I missed the biography part. My bad. I heard PG-13 and strong language.
Joy is the story of the title character who rose to become founder and matriarch of a powerful family business dynasty.
Ooh. All right then. Well, I was a little off. That's great. I did tone it down for you.
Then we have another biography, drama, romance, thriller, war, rated R for graphic nudity, sexuality, and brief violent images. This time starring Tom Schilling, Sebastian Coach, and Paula Beer, called Never Look Away.
Yep, I knew about that one. That's the other movie I'm interested in seeing.
You described it already.
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to log into this thing to give you a like. Since I didn't hear anything what he says, what's the movie called again?
Never Look Away.
Never Look Away. It's about a blind person. I'm looking at the thing. A girl with a camera. This is a war movie. So she's in this foreign country, and there's a war happening, and she's recording it. And as she's recording it, there's bombs that are falling everywhere, and she gets hurt. And now she loses one of her eyes, and it's like her good eye. So that's not good. So she tries to use the other eye and has to put the camera in an awkward position, which really kind of like she's really bothered by it, and now she gets like tennis elbow from it. Oh my god, horrible tennis elbow. And she's like struggling just to hold up the camera with her other eye because she has to see what's happening. And at times she has to go to a regular position where her muscles remember everything, and now she can't see. And she has to record everything without seeing, and it's horrible for her. But she's able to muster through it. She meets a guy named Phil, and he's a war refugee, and he gives her makes her a meal, and she's like really happy about it. And then he's like this meal will kill your eye. She's like, yeah, right. And a long story short, at the end of the movie, she was right. It didn't cure her eye. Like she knew he was BSing. But at the very end, he says a magical spell. Or no, this is supposed to be real world, isn't it? Yeah. She records bad things happening, and she doesn't get her eyesight back. She just sacrifices her body to get the recordings that she needs.
By the way, that's a guy.
Oh, it's a guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's a biography.
I missed that part again.
It's about German artist Kurt Barnett, who has escaped East Germany and now lives in West Germany. And is tormented by his childhood under the Nazis and the GDR regime.
What does GDR mean?
They are very, very, very bad people.
GDR regime.
And another movie that we mentioned last
And
week.
that's why kids, you need to listen in school.
Yep. History is
Wait,
important.
do they even teach world history in school?
Yep.
Not
High
really.
school usually.
They repeat stuff. They tell you the same. They're like 7th grade. Oh, let's go over these again. And then 9th grade. They're like, oh, let's go over it again. And then you go into 11th grade. Oh, let's go over it again. Because you're not learning anything new, so it makes it boring. And they don't really teach you well. You learn more from. Actually, you probably learn more from watching YouTube. To be honest. There's a lot of good creators out there that have good history facts and they make it fun to watch.
Alright, Mike, I got an assignment for you. I want you to watch every fucking episode of the Sabaton History Channel.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No. That sounds like a punishment.
No. If you like history, it is.
I do like history.
Yeah. Watch Sabaton History Channel.
Who's knocking?
Yeah.
Do you hear that?
Is it this?
See, it sounded like it came from over there. I don't know. Like someone was knocking on the window.
At least you'll get education out of that.
Wait. Oh, it was that
Yeah.
then. Okay.
Yeah, you should watch the Sabaton History Channel.
And everybody who watches or listens should watch the Sabaton History Channel.
That's how I know so much about history.
Yeah, guys, watch the Sabaton History Channel. You guys do it and tell me all about it.
No, you watch it.
No, that
Your
sounds like
homework-
You
work.
watch it and you tell us all about it.
That sounds like work.
Your homework for the next Basement
Is that-
Dwellers
is
is
that
to watch
just-
5 episodes.
Oh God, no! I'll watch like 2.
Fine then, if you want to watch
No,
2
watch
every
5.
week.
Yeah, we're making a deal here. 5 is a lot. 5 is a lot.
Then
Just saying.
movie we mentioned last week, Piano Lesson, is now on Netflix.
Wow, I'm gonna learn some piano then.
And then we have
shoot.
2 more for the night. A documentary that's rated R for language, starring a bunch of names I don't want to butcher, called
So
Porcelain War.
we'll just skip it. We'll just skip this one. We're not going to butcher names, right?
I wasn't even going to say the names. I was just going to go right to the name of the movie,
Sweet.
called The Porcelain War. Mike, give a brief description on what you think it is.
Bruh, these are 20, 25-minute videos. You want me to watch 5 of them plus One Piece? No, I can't do that. Look at that. About 25 minutes long. That's a long time.
Mike,
25 minutes of well-worth history.
Yeah. But he wants me to watch 5 of them along with One Piece. No, that's too
Mike
much.
wants you to watch all of them in a week.
I can't watch all of them. Not in a week. I'll watch 2. There
As
you go.
long as you watch 2 a week. And that will be one thing you'll bring to us. A brief description on each episode.
This is what happened and more.
Mike, what is the Porcelain War about?
Porcelain War. Oh. Porcelain.
Try to keep it brief.
Porcelain is like an art. It's like an art.
And it's a
contest thing.
documentary.
Okay, it's a bunch of people making art, and they draw it on porcelain, and they learn about different techniques and the different things that influence them in their life, like trees and grasshoppers and the war on drugs, and they put that all into their art, and they look at it and they go, wow, that's really bad. That's really bad too. Wow, we need to do better. And so they throw them into a fire and turn them into porcelain to emulate like this was really bad. It doesn't like burn it, but it's a special like technique where it preserves their horrible art, and they continue to make horrible art for a long time until it becomes good.
Not really.
No? Oh, okay.
Under Roaring, it's about Ukrainian artist Slava Anya Andriy, who choose to stay behind under roaring fighter jets. Defiantly finding beauty amid destruction, they show that although it's easy to make people afraid, it's hard to destroy their passion for living.
Okay.
Doesn't really explain the movie that well.
Doesn't really sound very exciting either. I mean, if
He's
you want
a
to watch
famous
it,
porcelain artist.
if you want to watch it, go watch it. Art stuff like that doesn't really interest me. It's like,
Then our last one is an animated adventure comedy family fantasy musical. Rated PG for thematic elements and some action or peril. The tagline is "Break the spell." and it stars Rachel Ziegler, John Lithgow, and Jennifer Lewis, and it's called Spellbound.
Weird. Spellbound. Okay. It's about a bunch of witches, and they're training to become witches, and they have a choice between good or evil, right? So there's like two witch teachers, and one of them is trying to them wants them to be good, and one of them is like secretly evil, of course, because evil is usually in the dark. And they have like there's like this contest at the very end, like they have to graduate, and one person cheats, which is that person becomes evil, which is Rachel Ziegler, and the other person, who I forget the other person, and other people in there, but the other person is good, and Rachel Ziegler plays a really good bad person, and the whole movie is about the good person trying to convince the bad person to be like, hey, you shouldn't be doing bad things, and Rachel Ziegler's like, no, I want to do bad, I want to do it this way, because this way I was taught, and it's like, who taught you? This teacher, and it's like, oh my god, now we have to, and then they have to team up against the bad teacher, and then they do, and then they all like hug in the end, but like, there's a twist, and I don't know what the twist is, but maybe one of them works in an Applebee's instead, or something, I don't know.
No.
Oh.
You didn't even mention John Lithgow.
I don't remember who John Lithgow is. I remember Rachel Ziegler because she was in that Kazam movie, or not Kazam, Shazam.
It's okay.
Oh, him! Oh god! Oh my god! I'm so embarrassed. I should have known who that is.
That's what I was like,
And
I'm gonna show you.
Totally messed up. Yeah, I'm not gonna change my answer, but he's definitely, let's say he's the good witch or whatever. I don't know.
Spellbound follows the adventures of a tenacious princess named Elian, who must go on a daring quest to save her family and kingdom after a mysterious spell transforms her parents, the king and queen of Lumbria, into monsters.
Cool. I was not so far off. They went and fought with magic and stuff.
Probably not to the extent you're thinking, because it's a kids movie.
Yeah.
And it's animated.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they could have like been training to learn magic, and there's a bad witch and a good witch and all that stuff. But apparently, there's just bad spell people, and they turn people into monsters. It's just horrible.
You literally just described the movie Wicked that came out this week, dude.
What?
That comes out this week.
Oh my god. I didn't mean to. I was just, wow. Okay.
And quick honorable mentions.
Spoiler alert.
Since we didn't do one the week it came out, Red One came out. Ski Nerd and I saw that last night.
I give it a thumbs up.
And then
he sold me on Chris Evans, and it was totally worth it.
Then one that I haven't
seen. America didn't sell you on Chris Evans, then I don't want to talk to you no more.
He says Chris Evans is going to be in there. He said that Lucy Liu's going to be there, The Rock, which I don't care. But J.K. Simmons was in there, too.
I only said J.K. Simmons, The Rock, and Chris Evans. I never said Lucy Liu.
Oh, yeah. Well, she was in there, too. But I was in there more for seeing J.K. Simmons, because I like him. But I also like Chris Evans, so blah.
And we also had Ghost Cat Anzu, which I haven't seen, but I kind of want to. Come out last week.
Ghost Cat Anzu.
It's a anime movie.
Is that from a specific anime? I'm assuming? Just its own thing?
Yep.
It's a cat that goes on adventures in the deep ocean. Yes, that's right. This cat has a breathing device.
I wasn't saying that to have you start describing your own movie. I was just saying it as like an honorable mention because we didn't do our podcast.
Oh, it's a ghost. Yeah. Well, of course, if it's a ghost, it doesn't need a breeding device to go into the ocean.
There it is. I might see it sometime. I don't know.
That's not Anzu. That's Garfield.
No, that's Ghost Cat Anzu. Here's a picture from the actual movie, not a trailer.
Oh. Wow. Ghost Cat Anzu.
That,
Do do do.
that was the podcast for this week.
Cool.
I don't know when we'll do week 6 yet. I think.
Yep.
You're what?
Yeah, we haven't talked about it yet.
It'll probably be Sunday or Tuesday next week.
If I remember to get on again. That's my bad. I took responsibility for it.
It's okay. Sometimes we just fall asleep.
I didn't fall asleep. I was awake. I was confused. He said, no. He said it was like no mics tonight. And then it said, well, let's do 11. I was like, oh, like on, because he mentioned Thursday or something. I was like, oh, Thursday? Oh, I guess we're doing it on Thursday. I got mixed up. But you could have called, but if you thought I was asleep, then.
Yeah, I
whatever.
figured you were.
Oh, okay. I wasn't asleep.
Because I also texted you.
Yeah. My notifications are on like silent, so if it's by me, I can hear it vibrate. Otherwise, sometimes I don't hear it. So.
Let's wrap this up. Join us
Oh.
Thursday for One Piece during the last 15 episodes of Water 7.
I've only seen one so far. I have some catching up to do.
And
14 to go.
that's all I know so far. Saturday. I'm hoping we're gonna do an anime D&D one shot. And that's all I know. Sunday we'll do a movie of his choice.
Yeah. It'll be God Bless America. I sent you a picture of it, so.
Like, subscribe, comment, and join us.
Yeah, you guys have fun.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep.
We will. All right, signing off. Sayonara.
All right. Is it done